So one misconception when you're talking about central review, like when we talk to pharma companies, they say, yeah, we know there's problems with site reads, but that's why we do central review. But if you're having errors at the sites, and that's what you're using to determine who goes on the trial, and then you send it for central review later, you know, there have been studies that show about a 10% censor rate on patients who get enrolled and treated on trials, and then they go for central review and they find that they were not meeting the criteria to be enrolled on the trials. There was a study that came out this year that showed that the costs of that, the cost of enrolling and treating a patient are so high, not to mention the ethical and medical legal issues of putting a patient on investigational treatment that they don't qualify for. Those costs are an order of magnitude higher than the entire imaging cost for the trial. So the other challenge is, you're talking about phase 3 trials and things, but all like the phase 1 trials and rare disease trials and things rarely use central read. So they're depending on the site reads, even without central, not even having central read. But every trial with or without central read needs a site read. So if you can do the site reads correctly, I went to a meeting at the FDA about 10 years ago where they were saying, can't we just use the site reads? And everybody said, yeah, we should, but nobody trusts them, so we need central review. And I was sitting there going, we can do site reads compliantly and accurately, So, I think there's a real potential for having the site read be a first read and having maybe a secondary blind read and then an adjudication if they disagree, as opposed to needing, 2 central blinded reads and adjudication, or have, just a site read and a blinded read on the same platform. So, I mean, it really opens up very interesting possibilities.